and I knew there was a lighthouse called the Eddystone Lighthouse, which was 8 miles away from shore. Okay, so I got right down to the water's edge and looked, and I could see the water touching the rocks 8 miles away. It should have been something like 32 feet below the horizon, but it wasn't, and that's only 8 miles. So from there I started looking at other things and testing other claims that science has made, and they all failed.
Equation, that's what science tells us, isn't it?
Sorry, yeah.
That's what science tells us.
Yes, they tell us.
Yeah, that's what they say.
They tell us that, you know, Earth occurs 8 inches per mile. Yeah, so 8 inches per mile squared. That's what they tell us. I went to Hungary and performed this laser test over a lake, Lake Balaton. We had this industrial laser, yeah, and we literally fired it across the lake, and I chased after the beam in a speedboat or a board on the back, and we were keeping the beam on the board. We went 12 kilometres across the lake, yeah, and literally the laser didn't move, okay, and you can go on the website and you can see the actual. Sorry? No, because Lake Balaton is generally a mutant sport. Yeah, so it's very common. We did it at night, so there was no wind and no atmospheric effects. Yeah, and we had cameras taking pictures of the dot where it was, and it was GPS, right? Okay, a GPS coordinates. So you can go on the web on the YouTube video, and in the description, it's got a link to the. I think it's an Excel spreadsheet that shows all the GPS coordinates, photographs, and so you can actually see how much it should occur, where we were, where we took the measurements. Oh yeah, it's called the Salar de Uyuni. Flat, perfect thing. Okay, see that. Wow.
Oh, Dave, how you doing, mate?
P900. How you doing?
How you doing, bro?
You know P900, yeah?
Yeah. How you doing? Lovely to meet you, man. Love to meet you. Yeah, lovely to meet you. My friend came down there last week.
Yeah.
And then he put the footage up.
Oh yeah.
And I goes, Dan, do you know who was interviewing? I was like, Dave. Who's Dave? Hey Murphy, AK. You guys ever look? Yeah, so pleasure to meet you, man.
It's good to meet you.
Glad you're down in the street.
Oh yeah, well, we had to.
He's the one that told me about you, man.
Yeah.
Down social infrared though. We've been talking it.
Yeah, we talked last time. Yeah.
How's it going, alright guys? Yeah? Jules, man.
Small mate, or hand.
You know what, guys, yeah? I would say you guys need to be down here. Right? A lot of people need to hear this type of information.
A lot of people are waiting for this.
We're saying that we're going to come try and make this a regular thing.
That'd be brilliant.
I'll give you a card. Give me a shout sometime.
No, 100%. You know what? I'm not going to lie.
Have you seen my Blacklands, you know who you are video?
Yeah. I haven't watched it all. Okay. I watched some of it. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a video called Prophecy and Judgment.
I haven't seen that one.
Check that one out because a lot of stuff happening right now.
Yeah, 100%.
Concerning you.
100%.
Yeah.
Glad you're here, man.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Oh yeah, we'll do.
Is there an explanation for that?
Good to meet you.
And seriously, like about 3 weeks ago, I was thinking, I watched one of your videos and thinking, wow, this guy Dave, he's got a lot of sense, pushing research himself, and obviously matched up and said, yeah, obviously, we've been lied to. So 100%, we've been lied to. So everything you're saying here, I'm with you, mate.
100%. And you know what it is, right? You seem to read my. You got some supernatural beings in it, like, because the journey that I'm on, yeah, how I started really, right? I started with was food, yeah, that led me on to nutrition, led me on to flat Earth, and also led me on to spirituality and understanding
the food to flat Earth. While you're eating a pizza and going,
I think maybe when I showed you the moon zoom on him.
No. Well, okay. Maybe it's going different places, but certain things led me on to other things. And what YouTube does with you, right, is that you're watching one thing, and because you've got an interest in so many other things, it gives you things to look at. And that, it took me onto other areas, and I'll be honest with you, there's so much, really, right? that's been hidden from us. Now, one of the things that you've been talking on, right? It's funny because you talked about the whole birth certificate.
Yeah.
Now, I've been on that journey for about 5-6 years. But do you know that, let's just say, do you know that basically everything now, when it comes down to your birth certificate and trying to reclaim back stuff which has been stolen from us, that's the only way I can put it. Yeah? You do know that it's all wrapped up in trust.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. And it's funny because this is what I'm saying, man. We got to talk.
Okay.
We must talk. Yeah. Because a lot of this stuff is so intertwined.
Yes,
yeah?
it is.
That what I can show you, you might say, yes, I know, or maybe I don't know. And you might show some, but it's us coming together and putting the stuff together that makes it work.
Yeah, just give me a shout sometime, we'll do it.
Definitely.
A video came through the other day, It's like popped up randomly, and it's about, they measured, they've done some tests, over 100 years ago, if the Earth spins on it. And they've done it with a laser.
Oh yeah.
You must have heard about that.
Sagnac.
Yeah, there's a few of them who've done it, and basically the results was, we're not moving.
We're not moving. Yeah.
We're not moving. These are like scientists, like well-known scientists.
Yep.
We're not moving.
And they push it aside. They say,
and then they come up with, a little, what do they call it? They come up with some sort of
phenomenon.
Something they name it, and then because the laser was machine broke down.
Anomaly,
It's always some little excuse. Something to lead you away from the truth.
What's your name, bro? Ohan, yeah? Darren, nice to meet you. Social Info Radio, yeah?
The Urine thing,
absolutely. Yeah,
still working.
Still working.
Yeah.
It's like 8 years now for me. So.
It's been a while, yeah. It's funny, I told some people about that. It's horrible. I said, well, hold on, people survive in the desert and the only thing they can drink is the urine. So what's the problem?
I started my urine therapy 3-4 weeks ago now. I was in Turkey on holiday, and I basically had piles that I suffered with for about 7 years. They're gone.
Completely.
Caught an eat on this side of my mouth because my tooth was sort of rotting away. Never gone to the dentist to sort it out. I was eating a meal in Turkey at a restaurant. Started chewing on my right hand side. Wow. Just little things. Wow. All going. And
I will edit this, right? So it depends on whether you want to be on camera or not. I respect what you like, yeah? So you don't mind giving the testimony. So do you mind just saying that again?
Yeah, I've been on like I was saying, I've been on urine therapy for about 3.5 weeks now. And the surface problems that I had were like piles, and my tooth was rotting away. And literally just been drinking my urine.
And how many times a day roughly? What you do?
Well, I've been doing it 2 times a day. So I do the.
Are you mixing it or is it pure?
At the moment, I'm still drinking it with orange juice.
Yeah, I would do the same thing. I'm with you.
I'm a bit squeamish at the moment.
Yeah. I think you started to say you had to mix it first. I
didn't say you had to mix it.
No, I think you started.
I did because I was squeamish as well.
I think it's natural. We're humans, aren't we? Obviously, you think, urine, you're going to be drinking that.
It also depends on your diet as well. Yeah. So, organically, once I started my urine therapy, organically I started to go off meat. I was a meat eater. Yeah, I'm Turkish. I love my lamb.
Oh wow.
I started going off red meat. I haven't had red meat since the 12th of June. And I now haven't had chicken for 5 days. So I've completely cut meat.
But you say you haven't, is it because you consciously choose to not have it, or you just lose the taste
for it? It goes, it's all organically happens, mate. It just turns you away from it. Because your body's telling you that you're not supposed to be eating.
Your body works with you.
You're not supposed to be eating that.
And that's what urine therapy is, basically.
So I might have missed it.
No, go ahead. I want to.
What gave you the incentive to start taking it? What made you think to start? Sorry, could you?
No, say sorry. It's okay.
If you don't mind.
No problem. No, say sorry.
Okay.
Well,
how did you get the incentive?
I found someone on this planet who
advised you. Right. Okay.
And this is the guy.
So how did you get the incentive to think of even doing that?
I was very sick about 8 years ago. I was 20 stone. 20 stone. I had a chronic asthma, such that I couldn't walk 100 yards without having to rest. I had the lungs of a 70-year-old. I had backache.
How did you know to try urine?
Well, this is the thing. I tried everything the medical establishment had to offer. All it was doing was making me worse. I was looking for all sorts of alternatives. Nothing seemed to work. I walked into a talk at a festival, and this woman was talking about urine therapy.
Wow.
So I walked in, and my mate's like, "Yeah, tell us about drinking your piss, wee lady." And we, all 5 of us, came out going, "Wow, we're gonna have to try that." So we all tried it the next day, and 7 years, 8 years on, we're all still doing it, and we've all had our lives transformed dramatically. You know, my friend who came in with me, he had anxiety, anger issues, depression, a whole list of other things. Within a week, he woke up for the first time for as long as he could remember without a panic attack. He was like, he almost had a panic attack because he didn't have a panic attack. Yeah.
Wow.
So within a month, he went to his therapist, who he'd been going to for 10 years or something, and he said, "I don't need to come anymore." And now he gave up his job, he lives in Ecuador now, and he's found an interest in sewing, and he's got his fashion line coming out now, and
wow.
you know, his life has just transformed. My life, I mean, I was, I don't know, because I was obese and sick and not doing anything, and you know, stuck in the matrix. I started this. Now my life is completely different. I live off grid. I don't have any bills. I don't have. Yeah. So my life has completely changed. I'm a free man now, nearly. So yeah, it's and putting aside that I'm completely healthy now. I'm not on any drugs. I feel like I'm back in my 20s now. I can do anything. Here's an example. Yeah. I haven't been able to do this since I was 16.
Watch your back,
I haven't been able to do this since I was 16.
Oh, sure.
Oh, wow. Yeah? All of a sudden, after I started my urine fast, I could do it. And I could do all sorts of things that with my limbs that I couldn't do before. My limbs have got flexible again. You know how when you see an old person walking from a long distance away, you can tell they're old because they're kind of stiff and, well, you know, as you get older, you do stiffen up. But, you know, all of a sudden, my limb flexibility came back again. You know, it's incredible.
It's amazing. And it's just hidden, like no one can not tell you that.
No one tells you that.
So you go rather get some drugs.
So, what's your name again?
Orhan.
Sorry?
Orhan.
Orhan. Do you mind just sharing your testimony? Just quickly?
I jumped in on it.
So it's urine therapy, yeah?
Yeah.
So yeah, I started the urine therapy about, what, 4 weeks ago now.
Yeah.
And problems I had on the surface were I had piles that I suffered with since I was a child.
Right.
Been getting loads of pharmaceutical creams and depositories to get rid of them. Nothing ever worked.
Yeah.
Within the first week of me drinking my urine, they started to shrink. Within the second week,
Really?
completely gone. No more piles.
Yeah.
My tooth was rotting away.
Yeah.
So, you know, you need to go dentist, you need to have it pulled out or have a filling put in or whatever. Yeah, again, I was in a restaurant in Turkey. This was on the second week of my holiday. Went to bite into my food. I was eating on the left-hand side, and by accident, I chewed on the right-hand side. And I was like, oh, I can chew.
Yeah.
I started chewing on my right-hand side. But they're two surface things. What it's doing inside for me is amazing. I'm on Speaker's Corner.
Yeah.
I suffer with depression, so-called depression, what they say you suffer with.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go on. Go ahead.
Sorry to cut you. Was you eating anything apart from drinking or
I'd see, when I started the urine therapy, I was still eating very badly.
Right.
I was still eating red meat, I was still eating chicken.
But was you getting any benefits while you was eating the stuff you weren't supposed to?
That weren't beneficial at all.
Right.
That basically slows the healing process down completely.
Right.
Because then what the urine's trying to do is while you're consuming all this stuff that your body doesn't need, it's trying to fight away at that rather than fight away at the problems you've got. So the past 5 days, I'm 5 days meat clean now.
Right.
I've literally felt the full effects of this urine. I feel full of energy, mate. If you were to meet, ask Dave, if you were to meet my family's shocked right now. They can't believe that I ain't eaten meat for 5 days.
Really?
I was cannibal, bruv. I'm a turkey cypriot, yeah, so lamb on the barbecue.
Yeah, man.
Like slowly turkey.
Yeah, outside life.
Yeah.
On the barbecue,
Yeah,
bro.
bruv.
I'm Jamaica. Yeah. So really, it's the same type of thing, different thing.
I know, me brother. You get me? One time.
I'm telling you.
That's what I mean. So I can't believe it. I'm actually shocking myself, bro, at the moment.
Yeah.
But it's all happening organically, bro. All of it's happening organically, man.
Wow.
It's like now I'm sure in a week's time, if I was to try and eat a piece of meat, I'm sure my whole taste buds and everything, I'm sure it will reject it.
Wow.
Because it's just, we're not supposed to be consuming.
Wow.
I mean, I'm still reading.
Oi, not to be rude, just one minute. Oi, Dave, record, my friend. We don't know when we're gonna get a man like this again, man. Sorry.
That's right, that's fine, man. Yeah, I'm still. I bought one of his books, The Human Body.
I'm gonna buy
workshop. Yeah, Human Body Workshop School, and I put it down because I started reading it, and I was like, hold on a minute. If I actually start reading all this now, I'm not going to be able to carry on living how I've been living.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to stop eating everything because there's no way I'm going to be able to eat these things after knowing what it's doing. But then as I carried on reading, I picked it back up. I started to realise that actually everything initially has poison in it. Even lettuce, stuff that is seen as healthy, is actually not bad for you. It's actually bad for you.
Of course.
So like everything I'm beginning to understand now, like the way we were created, the human body was created perfectly. It does not need anything. The only thing it needs is air. That's it. It actually doesn't need food. But because we've been eating food and we've come so far away, I don't know.
I'm not that far yet.
Yeah, so
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm not that far yet.
Look at it this way, yeah. The lies that they tell us, they say that you need your energy for the day. Yeah, well, that's a lie. I don't eat breakfast no more. My breakfast is my urine mixed with orange juice. I went and dug 2 trenches in a greenhouse while it was 27 degrees outside. Could you imagine how hot it was in the greenhouse?
Wow.
So I shouldn't have been able to dig them trenches, bruv. I should have needed a full English breakfast. Fill me up with energy. I had it, bruv. Last day, he saw me digging the trenches. I was just at it, digging these trenches, bruv, like I'm Mr. Muscle Man.
Wow.
No food, no lunch, no breakfast.
And you didn't feel it?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
You never felt your belly saying, no. What are you doing?
No.
Nothing?
No. It's been a process. I'm telling you, it's been a process. It's a mad.
What about the psychological thought?
Psychological thoughts is the hardest thing to battle. At the moment, I'm having supplements. Like I'm having to feed my meat with like don't be on camera. I'm eating corn. No corn products.
Okay.
As a meat substitute.
Yeah.
But they're not good for you.
Of course.
They've got so many chemicals in them and stuff that.
Of course. I understand that.
But at the moment, because I'm still a meat eater, I need that supplement.
Of course. Because you're trying. It's weaning yourself off.
Yeah. I'm weaning myself off of it.
And it's weaning from the stuff that would normally hold you down to a lighter supplement, which. Where the brain power comes into it is thinking, is this amount of food gonna hold me from where I used to have maybe that amount of food?
But even that psychologically, yeah. If you look at, let's take Christmas for instance. Every time Christmas comes around, we always have the biggest meal of the year. Usually, I'm not actually like that. I usually eat a big meal anyway.
Any season, right?
Any season for me. But anyway, let's talk of the majority of the people. They have the biggest meal that they could have on Christmas Day. How do they feel after they've eaten all that food?
Bloated. You don't want to do anything.
There's no energy.
Someone turns around and say, "Let's go to a club." You're thinking, bro,
there's no energy,
man.
So this idea that we get energy from food, is wrong.
It's rubbish.
It's such rubbish, bro. It's bullshit. Sorry to say bullshit.
No.
Bro, it's all lies.
It is.
Now I'm standing here. I'm full of energy, and I haven't had no food. I had an apple in the morning.
All day.
An apple in the morning.
All day. One apple.
I am having a bit of a fast today because at the end of the day, when you are doing the urine therapy as well, it is better to do it on a fast, like I said, because you're eating loads of different things and the urine's trying to attack what that's doing to your body before it goes to the actual problem.
Mate, I know the question I'm about to ask you is personal, right? And you don't have to answer it. Have you tasted your urine? I tasted it the first time today, right? And it was salty.
Yeah, it can be salty, but it's gonna be whatever your body's producing. But my morning urine, people laughing at I said, my morning urine, my morning urine is the most potent. It's the most strong, throughout the day.
Yeah.
Throughout the day, you're drinking distilled water,
Right.
Please tell me you're not drinking normal water.
I haven't started, bro.
You need to get on distilled water.
Really?
You need to stop drinking it.
My brother, he's been telling me, man.
Right, brother, I'm not lying to you.
So,
stop drinking that poison.
Yeah.
Don't pick up that bottled water either, thinking that the bottled water's good.
Yeah.
It's no good, bro.
Really, wow.
They're doing to us, bro.
Yeah.
They're giving us that water, so you know that water's poison.
Yeah.
Full stop.
Yeah.
If you buy yourself a distiller, go on Amazon. They're like big kettles.
300 quid for a decent
get one for
innit?
100 or something.
Yeah, but a decent one's about £300.
No, you don't need. No, we've got 2 running in my house. They're perfectly fine, bro. They're about £100 each. Some of them are 80 quid each, and they do 4 litres of water in a couple of hours.
Right.
So you just pour your normal water into the distiller, fill it up until it says full, put it on, and it does its cycle and it starts dripping out, drip by drip.
Really?
I've been on distilled water for over a year now. So
you feel the difference?
I felt the difference even being on distilled water. See, I only started the urine therapy 3 weeks ago.
That led you to say, let me try other things out, because this distilled water
even
was
drinking the distilled water started to clear me out. I started to go off certain foods, like really strong cheese. I couldn't eat it no more.
Really? Wow.
It's full of bacteria, bruv. Like even cheese, it's full of bacteria.
Yeah.
So like, I was on distilled water for 3 months. I went to have breakfast. I went to have my omelette with my grated cheese on top. I took one bite and I started to heave. I was like, no way. I've got the strongest stomach.
You sound like me, man. You sound like.
That's what I'm eating. I'm basically a fruitarian. That's what I want to be. I just want to be someone who just eats fruit.
Yeah.
I even want to come away from vegetables.
Wow.
Because vegetables are growing from the ground. You know what I mean? What's in the ground, bro?
Yeah.
So, to be honest, I'm surprised I'm here because like this ain't me whatsoever. I stopped going to the Emirates. I stopped going and mixing with a lot of people. I stopped talking to a lot of people because of my depression, bro. I kept myself locked away.
Wow.
So like, even me being on a urine therapy, bro, has changed my outlook, changed what I wanted to do, you know? Changed how I saw people.
Really?
Like, and mainly to this guy, I came across his videos, started watching his videos.
Yeah.
And then like he came down, met up with my whole family, and bro, this guy's changed. Like, he would say we've changed. At the end of the day, if it weren't for him, I wouldn't have done this.
Really?
So I've got a lot of praise
respect for him.
Loads of respect, bro. I've got his back.
Do you know what? He's got an. I don't know. He's got a way about him, man. It's like.
What do you know what I like about this guy?
He's humble.
I have loads of people who passed here, and they can try and make fun of this guy, which I've seen him do it. I saw 2 people laughing at me just then. Yeah. You can make fun of this guy, but this guy's one of the most intelligent men I've ever met.
Yeah.
So sit down with him for 5 minutes, stop being ignorant, and going ha 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 ha, laughing at the week. Yeah. Sit down for 5 minutes. This guy will teach you stuff about your own sector in your own life.
Darren, yeah?
Darren.
Yeah. Social info radar. Is it ringing?
Yeah.
Excellent. Good man. Yeah? Well, listen, man. Respect, yeah?
And they've been trying to track us down.
Yeah. I mean, I've got green eyes and I've got excess body hair. 2 Nephilim traits.
Yeah. Unless it's a Men in Black. Can't walk around. Try to check out Dave's. Yeah, he could be one of that. Yeah. He's searching for him. A lot of stuff trying to.
I know if that was just one tiny thing you stumble across there's so many rabbit holes you fall into.
Of course, yeah.
I've been following my first university for a long time, and if you've seen this chap, he doesn't believe in flat earth, which is odd because I think the guy's really quite a bright guy, and he seems to investigate some of the things about the that mountains are made of. You know, Devil's
Trees.
Tower is a Cape Town, that table is a tree. And there's a lot of evidence. And there's that Russian vid guy who did that fantastic thing.
There isn't any evidence for this.
Cosmic mildew.
Trees and stuff.
So you don't believe that?
No, I don't.
You don't think that?
You know what? If
some of them are, I mean, that tabletop.
some of them look, just because they look like things, don't mean they are. Now, that first video, right, had flat Earth in the title. Got nothing to do with flat Earth. Nothing. If he hadn't put flat Earth in the title, nobody would watch it. He was just capitalising.
Don't you believe that?
That was no forest in flat Earth.
Yes. Now,
But don't you believe that?
yeah, I know.
You know,
It's all very
you believe in the giants and it's don't you?
You weren't really impressed.
well, no, because I researched it. I only researched it for about 3 hours, and I was like, no.
No, but wouldn't it make sense though that
It's a bit of a stretch, this thing about...
Think about Devil's Tower. Okay, think about Devil's Tower. If you extrapolate that out to a tree, yeah. Well,
apparently it's not a tree. It's the heel. It's the heel of the foot. It's like.
Hang on a second. It was a tree a while back.
Yeah, it was. But the mud fossil guy said, no, look, this can't be a tree because if you look at the human anatomy, it's like the fibres of your thingy is exactly those hexagonal type things.
No, but Dave, don't you believe that it would make sense that some say giants weren't chopping down them massive?
Giants lived. Yes, I agree. But
but they were the ones to be chopped. They're the ones to chop down.
I think they were just all turned to stone.
no. Will you turn to stone?
Well, I don't know. I mean, because they were buried up in the Great Flood.
You know what?
There was a Great Flood.
You're organic material, and literally.
But it's kind of gone through how there's a chemical reaction and how.
But they said years ago that
Do you mind being on camera?
Yeah, well,
they said years ago that trees were made out of silicon.
they're not.
Yeah, the silicon.
So would you?
No, you know what? The flat Earth, the no trees on flat Earth thing came from one guy in Russia. There's nobody else anywhere talking about it. Yeah. Yes, it's expanded because the flat earthers got hold of it and they were like, yeah. But if they didn't have flat Earth in the title,
No, but I'm talking about separate videos, nothing to relate to that. Just talking about little
But I
trees.
said that idea came from one source. Right. Nowhere else. There's no other source. That's the first thing I look for. I look for some corroborating evidence that says, there's the trees.
They didn't think there were giant trees.
Don't you think there must have been giant trees?
No, why? Why should there?
Well, if they were giants, then wouldn't you think that other
Bro, I
things
can't talk to you at the moment.
Giants
you know?
came about for a very specific
That's why I hung
process,
up, bro,
which
because
is
I'm
described in the Bible.
down the place that I'm doing what
Yes,
I'm doing.
they
Respect,
they
bro.
grew genetic engineering. They grew some giant fruits and fruit trees and stuff because they had to feed the giants. But
I'm thinking that if, natural Mother Earth, it would be possible without any other input that there could be giant trees. It's possible,
but improbable because otherwise we'd still see evidence of it. We'll still see.
No, but what I'm saying, if you're saying that, you remember evidence has been chopped down and taken away from
When
history.
I say evidence, I mean
They're not going to leave giant trees.
we'll see.
There's obviously something that's been carved out,
Grand
and it's
Canyon, that's
got
another
these
one.
carving marks.
Well, rather than carved out, a split can happen overnight. That's happening today.
Yeah, but it's so
Big splits in the earth.
It's too much of that for it to be
No, it
natural.
isn't.
They tried to
in
make
there.
it.
It's not. There's nothing uniform about it.
No consistency about the way it's been eroded and that kind of thing.
No, there's nothing. There's nothing.
It looks eroded, but
There's nothing unnatural about it. It's a big split in the earth. Yeah, and we're seeing splits in the earth happening today.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. 100%.
Imagine that on a large scale. Yes, that's exactly what we've seen.
But how about that Table Mountain outside Cape Town? Yeah, is it Tabletop Mountain, and as a natural rock formation, it just blows your mind because. I mean, it's like how can you explain that? Something organic it was possibly, and then it's turned into this rock.
Well, you know what? At the same time, there's a place called Urine, which is a huge salt flat. Really open flat. How does that happen? Well, you know how that on a flat Earth. But I'm saying, right? Natural process. processes. We don't understand all the natural processes, you know. I would go with Occam's razor just to believe that happened naturally rather than it was a big giant tree and some giant had got some machinery and chopped it down and somehow disposed of the rest of the tree.
It says all this, that there were these
I
giants.
know, but it all comes from one source. It all comes from one source. And that same source comes up with ideas like, oh, 1,000 years has disappeared from history. And same source, same place, nowhere else.
Okay, let me ask you, Dave. Okay, the Russian Vid guy, he did the Cosmic Mildew soon after that. Did you get a chance to see that?
No, I didn't.
Cosmic Mildew?
No, I didn't.
Well, you probably disliked that a lot then.
Yes, you know, at the end of the day, okay, even if this was true, even if the petrified trees bullshit was true, yeah, how does that change your life? How does that affect the way you see the world?
No, but it's just another hidden
All you
thing.
can say is somebody lied. But we know somebody lied. We don't need any more proof that people lie to us.
Yeah, of course not. No, you're right.
Take that out of the way. Yeah. What have you got? You've got nothing else.
Nothing.
It's just some curiosity.
I just wondered if
it's a curiosity, but it's a curiosity that distracts you because it has no bearing on anything else.
Distracts, it adds to the pile
No,
up.
it doesn't add to anything.
If you're hiding giants and no one's chasing it up, that's still something we should know about.
Right, but you can go and find pictures of the skeletons that people have been digging up of giants. Yeah?
You know what's going to do? Yeah, I've got Rolly.
And this is funny.
I know what you're saying, there's so much shit in there, you think, wow, but as you go through it, just like how you know about it.
What was funny though,
pushed it off and moving forward to the next thing. So I just wanted to know your views on certain things which, you know,
during the time that this petrified tree business was going on, I was in Turkey, yeah, and I was telling my mum about this old petrified tree rubbish, and as I was talking to her, we were looking at the mountains, and from that particular viewpoint, as we were walking, I said, oh, you know what, that looks like a human, a huge human giant thing lying down. I've got to take a picture of that, because at some point somebody's going to say, oh yeah, there's giants lying there. And you know what, and here we are, you know, people are saying the same thing. Sorry?
There's so much photography like that.
Oh yeah, but
so
only,
much of it.
in this case, it was me anthropomorphizing a view, right? Because I was looking at this mountain for 4 months I was there, and only from one particular view, it kind of looked like a person. It's just me, and this is something we do naturally anyway, anthropomorphizing.
There's all these dragons about, you know, I've seen dragons in rock faces, and there's like 6 marble they found.
Put it on the side. Hang it by there, just on the side.
I've already expended too much energy talking about this.
Yeah, you don't want to go into it.
It's like, right.
So it doesn't gel with you, that
It doesn't gel with me, and
it's good to know where, you know, because everyone's got their own path and journey.
Well, because you try to keep such an open mind and look at all the things, when you investigate stuff, you try and run those rabbit holes with as open mind as you can.
Yeah, you do,
and you can get sucked into these kind of lots of things that aren't quite true, but hey, you know, you don't want to dismiss it straight away because, you know, that's,
but there's a lot of stuff
that's not how you got here, you know.
Dave, just to clarify, just to clarify, where you are now as history, is it coming back to this and what we need to do to get to the next level?
Well, we need to turn back to the Most High and follow statutes and commandments.
Amen.
If we lived in a world where everybody followed the 10 Commandments, what an amazing world this would be.
No, I'm not a writer.
Okay.